Hej, cześć, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale Przygodomaniak i zapraszam was na 6. już odcinek z gry Perils of Man. No dobra, obejrzeliśmy sobie przed chwilą animację z projektora. Dowiedzieliśmy się, że Elsie zginęła. Była córką Thomasa i pewnie te wydarzenia miały wpływ na to, że nasz ojciec jest teraz taki, jaki jest. Spróbujmy porozmawiać z Darwinem. Okej, nie idzie. Chodźmy sobie obejrzeć jeszcze raz ten projektor. Czy coś znajdziemy tutaj ciekawego?
There's a compartment at the base. I see lots of dusty old notebooks, some old machine parts, and something more useful. A new risk atlas.
So, that's where that Mark III went.
No dobra, to może przetestujmy sobie te nasze ulepszone gogle ryzyka. W sumie to ja nie widzę żadnej różnicy. Przynajmniej teraz. No dobra. Cofnijmy się z powrotem do laboratorium i zobaczmy w naszej księdze, czy da się gdzieś przenieść.
The sinking of the SS Taranga Maru off the Strait of Malacca. 1918. Tramp steamer bound for Singapore. All hands lost.
Do you mean to disobey my orders?
No, sir. It's just that we're bearing directly into a squall, sir. And a hair raiser from the looks of it. Most of our crew is sick with something, and you don't look so well yourself.
Those lubbers will come through all right. Never you mind about that. As for me, I could pilot this ship with half my wits. We've got to cut through that storm to avoid the German warships patrolling the straits.
What warships? We've received no reports that I'm aware of. These evasive maneuvers are wasting fuel, and with so many sick, a direct course for Singapore may be our only chance.
15 ships lost this month.
All in the east China Sea, sir. None this far south.
Otto's out there, sure as I'm the captain of this vessel. South by southeast, Unger, and look sharp, or it's the brig, and no bones about it.
All right, sir. South by southwest it is.
No dobra, przenieśliśmy się w czasie do 1917 roku. Jesteśmy na statku płynącym do Singapuru. Rozejrzyjmy się po tej lokacji.
Nothing useful about it. This ship is going in circles, Darwin. Singapore is the nearest harbor, but we're headed in the opposite direction.
A płyniemy w przeciwnym kierunku. Czyżby tutaj kapitan coś planował?
The ship's fuel gauge, reading a quarter of a tank. It looks like something was torn away. The captain must have hidden it somewhere.
The ship is turning. Who authorized this, Unger? Who are you?
I'm Anna Eberling.
Aberling? Are you a German spy?
No, I'm Swiss.
A Swiss spy? Did you sabotage the radio?
I just got here.
Not Thomas. That is... She most definitely...
No, I did not.
Enough of this! Unger, take the spy to the brig. And her claptrap bird, too.
Okay, I am going to take a moment to panic inside and freak out.
Understood.
Done. Let's escape.
No dobra, zostaliśmy uznani za szpiega i zamknięci w jakimś pomieszczeniu. Zapewne musimy się teraz stąd jakoś wydostać. Tylko jak?
Based on the markings, it's used to hold canned food. There's nothing inside I can use. I'm not going to sleep on a doomed ship. I can reach it. It's too small for me, but Darwin could get through. Can you get through the porthole, Darwin?
No, not Thomas. She's old and extremely uncooperative.
Spójrzmy sobie przez nasze Google ryzyka. Czy coś tutaj znajdziemy?
Interesting. What's the risk up there? Ah, see there? The center section is rusted out.
Dobra, czyli jest jakaś przerdzewiała rurka.
A network of solid pipes.
Mamy pękniętą rurę, spróbujmy otworzyć nią okno.
This is perfect leverage. Got it. Darwin, fly back into the ship somewhere and pick the lock on this door. Let's hope the lock isn't British.
But the lightning is looking for Darwin.
Do the best you can. Wait for a break in the storm.
American lock. Very friendly.
Ha!
No i super, wydostaliśmy się na zewnątrz.
Appears to be a boiler. Probably the hot water supply for the crew.
Chodźmy sobie najpierw na prawo, zobaczymy co tu się znajduje.
Empty cabins. Nothing of use. Nice one, Dad. I was expecting smuggled arms or 1,000 tons of dynamite. Not donkeys.
Okej. Uroczy osiołek.
Big cute ears. Big bad stench.
No tak. Rozmawiajmy sobie z tym pasterzem.
German gunship, strangers, saboteurs, and now a spy on board!
Captain's coming. Hide behind that hay bale. Go.
Search the hold, sailor. We have a spy on the loose. Escaped from the brig.
She's right there, Captain. This spy. I couldn't leave my post, so I was keeping her here for you.
Ack!
Good work. Take Miss Mata Hari here back to the brig and lock it tight.
Well, that didn't go so well, did it?
At the risk of sounding blunt, no, it did not.
No i jesteśmy znowu w pace. Pasterz nas zdradził. I powiedział kapitanowi, że nas tam zatrzymał. No dobra. Spróbujmy znowu się wydostać tym samym sposobem.
They welded it shut. It didn't weld it very well. Everyone's sick and distracted.
Już nie mamy tej rureczki. Spójrzmy jeszcze raz przez Google ryzyka, czy czegoś nie znajdziemy.
Whoa, that small bottle is trouble.
Careful, not Thomas. It's probably a poison or a corrosive.
A corrosive, huh?
Dobra, spróbujmy sobie wziąć tą buteleczkę.
There's a shelf behind those boxes. Let's see what we've got to work with.
Caution, not Thomas.
What? What's wrong?
Buteleczka z chemikaliami i zróbmy to samo co poprzednio. Połączmy ją z oknem.
Darwin, stay back. I don't want to spill any on you. Really hope we don't get hit by a wave. Okay, hold my breath. Wow, that was amazing. You'd make a great burglar, Darwin. Did Thomas teach you that?
Thomas taught Darwin everything, not Thomas.
A i udało nam się znowu opuścić to pomieszczenie. Nie będziemy teraz wchodzić do ładowni. Boję się, że znowu pasterz nas zdradzi i wyda nas kapitanowi. Tak więc chodźmy sobie teraz na lewo. Zobaczmy, co się znajduje w ambulatorium. No dobra, najwidoczniej choroba rozprzestrzeniła się na cały statek. Jest tu pełno chorych marynarzy. I jest też lekarz pokładowy.
Don't come too close, young lady. These men are all sick.
Everyone needs to be on the alert. This is germ warfare. The ship is infested with spies.
The captain's coming. Hide under the stairs.
Doctor, I'm ordering all the ship's crew to keep their eyes open for spies.
Spies? But this is a cargo ship.
I warned you they were coming. I locked one in the brig, and she escaped once already.
She?
Disguised as a boy, wearing a red cloak. Looks like her hair was cut by wolves.
I've seen no one disguised as a boy.
And how do I know you're not a spy, too?
With all these men sick, I wouldn't have the time.
Well, stay vigilant, and get these sailors back on their feet. I need to man battle stations. Attack is imminent.
No, porządna pani doktor nie zdradziła, gdzie jesteśmy. I super, spróbujmy z nią porozmawiać.
He is steering this ship into a storm. He thinks we're being pursued by German warships.
There haven't been any German warships in the South China Sea for 2 years.
This is worse than I thought.
If only I could relieve him of his duties.
Mutiny?
Oh, no. They hang men for that. I can't imagine what they do to a woman, but if I could prove scientifically that the captain is unfit for duty, he could be relieved of his command. Unfortunately, I need to attend to these men.
What do you need to prove him unfit, theoretically?
Theoretically, I need at least 2 things. 1, written evidence of a change in the captain's mental state. We must prove this is not his normal style of command. 2, a blood sample. I can study it and see if it proves the captain is too sick to exercise proper judgment.
You need evidence in writing and a blood sample to remove the captain?
That's right. I can't leave my patients.
What is it with this captain? Is he crazy or something?
It's likely he also has this influenza. The fever can cause delusions. He should relinquish command until he recovers, but he refuses to even discuss it.
Who brought it aboard?
I examined everyone before the voyage began, and they all had a clean bill of health.
Are there any medicines that can help?
There might be something to ease their symptoms on board, but all the medicines are locked away at the moment.
Why are the medicines locked up?
The captain requisitioned the storage room to use as a brig for anyone who dares to speak against him. The medicines are there.
If I get you your medicines, will you help me relieve the captain of his duties?
To the extent of the law.
Aren't you wondering who I am?
I don't have time to wonder. You seem to be the least of our troubles.
Aren't women doctors unusual in these days?
Women weren't even permitted to practice medicine in Japan until 1912. Now we have our own school in Tokyo.
How did you get to be the ship's doctor? As a woman, I mean.
When the captain wired my hospital requesting a medical officer, he simply assumed female physicians didn't exist. When he found out he was wrong, it was too late to get a replacement.
What's your lifeboat situation?
The captain cut them all loose this morning. He claimed German spies were hiding in them.
You should make preparations to abandon ship. The ship is headed into a storm and we're almost out of fuel.
That's distressing news. But until I hear the order, I've got to help the sick.
A dobra, porozmawialiśmy sobie z panią doktor, dowiedzieliśmy się, że kapitan nie powinien pełnić swojej służby. Prawdopodobnie jest chory psychicznie i musimy zdobyć jakieś lekarstwa, dowód pisemny, że kapitan jest chory psychicznie oraz jakąś próbkę krwi. Weźmy sobie
A stack
maseczkę.
of gauze masks. I need one in case I get close to someone sick. I wish I knew how to help these guys. A little bit of home. It's empty. Most of the crew is here.
No dobra. Z tego co pamiętam, w tamtym pomieszczeniu była apteczka, gdzie byliśmy zamknięci.
Got a Swiss accent. A Swiss female accent.
He'll just throw me in the brig. Actually, that can help me. Hey! Hey, Captain Crackers! Here I am! Free as a bird!
What is happening, Unger? The spy. The sniveling Swiss female spy! Arrest her! And Unger, this time the little scruff stays arrested.
No i trafiliśmy znowu do aresztu. Jak widać, znajduje się tu apteczka.
Pills. Lots of pills.
No dobra, mamy leki. Tak więc wydostańmy się z powrotem.
Nothing to do now but wait for Darwin.
Aha. Czyli ktoś nas teraz tutaj pilnuje, żebyśmy nie mogli opuścić
Well, if it isn't our
pomieszczenia.
little feathered friend.
Begging your pardon, is Mr. Unger addressing Darwin?
Yes, Mr. Unger is. If Darwin's your name. And I'm afraid you'll have no luck this time.
No luck?
No one gets in and no one gets out. Not as long as I'm standing here.
But the captain is calling for Mr. Unger on the deck.
Nice try for a bag of bolts, but the captain gave me strict orders. I'll be in the brig myself if that Swiss spy gets out again.
This might sound forward, but isn't guard duty a demotion for a first mate?
Save it, Whirligig. The captain put me here only because the crew is sick.
Perhaps Mr. Unger will be sick soon also.
Oh, no you don't. It's just the hay for the donkeys. I'm allergic to hay. Achoo! No. You're wrong, Rattlegears. No.
No dobra. Czyli nie możemy teraz uwolnić Anny. Chodźmy może do ładowni. Spróbujmy porozmawiać z tym pasterzem. Wcześniej nam się to nie udało. Może teraz się uda. Darwinem.
Apologies, good sir. Darwin sees he is busy with important ship's business.
Who? Me? What's it to you?
It's nothing to Darwin, he assures him. It's just that he wanted to ask him a favor.
You talk funny, even for a gadget.
Thank you, good sir. As does the good sir. Even for a human.
So what is this favor you're asking?
He was hoping the good sir would kindly place some hay in the corridor. Mr. Unger would be highly appreciative.
I might, but on one condition.
And what would that be?
I'm tired of playing checkers by myself.
Darwin's move. Humble apologies, but the good sir did ask.
How much hay do you want?
No dobra, widzimy, że Bela Siana pojawiła się w korytarzu.
The donkey man kept his promise. Why is Mr. Unger not affected? There is too much fresh air in the corridor.
No dobra, jest za dużo świeżego powietrza, tak więc postarajmy się coś zrobić, żeby tego świeżego powietrza było mniej. Tylko co? Czy da się coś zrobić w ambulatorium?
Doctor? Sato, not Thomas requires your assistance.
Who?
Darwin's human female companion.
Anna?
Her nickname, perhaps? She's in the brig.
Again? She has to learn to steer clear of the captain. Can't you help her?
Darwin can make friends with the lock, but only if Mr. Unger isn't guarding it.
I wish I could help you.
Her wish can be satisfied by ordering Mr. Unger to the infirmary.
I can't do that unless he is sick.
What are the requirements of sick?
The symptoms. It starts with sneezing and coughing.
Doctor? Sato, not Thomas requires your assistance.
Who?
Darwin's human female companion.
Anna?
Her nickname, perhaps? She's in the brig.
Again?
Aha,
She
poszliśmy
has
sobie
to
do
learn
góry,
to steer clear of the
a Darwin
captain.
jeszcze rozmawia z panią
Can't you
doktor.
help her?
Darwin can make friends with the lock, but only if Mr. Unger isn't guarding it.
I wish...
Minor control panels and safety instruction.
Co my mamy w ekwipunku? Nie, nic nie mamy, nie możemy go nawet otworzyć. Z paneli nie możemy skorzystać. Kryjówka.
Humans do not linger near explosive tanks. Power is declining. The donkey man kept his promise. Why is Mr. Unger not affected? There, the crew quarters are abandoned.
No dobra. Znowu jakieś panele.
This advice will not help him free, not Thomas. Yes, closing this will exacerbate Mr. Unger's hay fever.
You, don't touch that!
If Mr. Unger wishes the porthole open, he may open it himself.
I can't! I can't leave my post.
Zamknęliśmy okno. Mam nadzieję, że teraz pan Unger się pochoruje. Okej, widać, że już ma jakieś pierwsze objawy. Chyba zaczyna kichać. Chodźmy do pani doktor, powiedzmy jej o tym i niech działa.
Doctor? Sato, the hay has made Mr. Unger unwell.
Mr. Unger,
Oh, no. I'm not sick. It's that bird, that confounded contraption. Achoo! Achoo!
sneezing
He's going to pick the lock. He's going to set her free.
and coughing. You're relieved of duty, Mr. Unger. Report downstairs immediately for an examination.
But...
Doctor's orders.
Now is Darwin's chance.
You are the cleverest bird I have ever known.
Compliment accepted.
No dobra, nasz plan się powiódł. Pan Unger został przeniesiony do ambulatorium. Tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje. Chodźmy to sprawdzić. No okej. Sobie tutaj stoję. Czy da się z nim porozmawiać? Jednak nie. Mamy tutaj apteczkę z lekami. Przekażmy ją pani doktor.
I brought you the medicine.
Perfect. Oh, no.
What?
They can't help the men at this point. The pills are placebos.
No ale efekt placebo jest najlepszy. Podaj to swoim pacjentom i niech uwierzą, że będą zdrowi. Chodźmy, Ano, do ładowni. Porozmawiajmy sobie z pasterzem.
Hey, I got you a mask for the smell.
Ain't you a sweetheart? I won't smell those dirty asses no more.
Now do me a favor. Close those portals.
Only 'cause you asked so pretty.
What did you do to get sent below deck?
I was the third assistant engineer. I fell asleep on watch.
You should think of a better story to impress the ladies.
Well, get back to me when you're a full-grown lady. And I've had a few.
Okay, then. How long have you been sailing?
4 years on the Exeter out of Shanghai. All peaches compared to this infernal tramp. Signed on to this particular doomsday voyage not more than 2 weeks ago.
Where are you from?
I don't talk about my old life except with my friends. And my friends play checkers.
I can't play a game of checkers with this ship about to sink.
Suit yourself.
Does the captain come down here often?
Hardly ever. He used to play checkers with me. Then he started talking to the donkeys. Now he's took to drinking and steering us to our graves.
Maybe someone else should assume command.
Crew'd be with him if someone's got belly enough to try. But with Captain Matt as a March hare and locking people up left and right.
What's wrong with the captain? It's more than just a fever, isn't it?
But with all that hooch in his gullet, used to be a Navy officer. A regular spit and shine type.
You mean alcohol?
Alcohol. That's a pretty word for it.
Why do you report me to the captain?
Don't take it personal. Captain catches you stowed away, you get the brig. He catches me lying, I get the lash. You didn't get the brig?
Me? I'm just a kid. Why are all the donkeys huddled on one side?
They were getting wet on the other side.
But it's not any drier on this side.
You might want to tell them that. Maybe they'll listen to reason.
What do you usually use to coax donkeys?
Donkeys can't resist the sweet stuff. But I ran out of all my treats. And I ain't leaving the hold with all them sick topsiders.
How about dispersing those donkeys more evenly? They're making the whole ship lean over.
Storm's got 'em all spooked. They ain't gonna budge. Not without some coaxing.
No dobra, porozmawialiśmy sobie z pasterzem osłów. Przyjrzyjmy się teraz bliżej osłom. Tego już oglądaliśmy. Albo przyjrzyjmy się im przez nasze Google ryzyka. Okej, widać, że tu są otwarte okna. O, jakie fajne. Wow! Dlaczego te osy są czerwone?
That single donkey over there isn't a risk, but this large group of donkeys is. Does that mean donkeys are dangerous in gangs?
Albo to one roznoszą tą zarazę po całym statku. Choroba wściekłych osłów.
Donkeys weren't the cargo I was expecting. Maybe they've all eaten dynamite.
No dobra, nic tutaj chyba więcej nie znajdziemy w tej lokacji. Zapomniałem dać maseczkę pasterzowi. Musimy się wrócić.
Hey, I got you a mask for the smell.
Ain't you a sweetheart? I won't smell those dirty asses no more.
Now do me a favor. Close those portals.
Only 'cause you asked so, Purdy.
No dobra, ja zauważyłem, że w ekwipunku mamy jeszcze tabletki placebo. Dajmy je pasterzowi, może nakarmi nimi osły.
Here, sweet treats for your donkey. The donkey group made a mess of that area. It's almost like the donkeys were guarding something.
Okej, widać, że osły przeszły część na drugą stronę. Już nie ma ryzyka. Odzyskały swój naturalny kolor. Chodźmy może porozmawiać z naszym kapitanem. Może dowiemy się czegoś konkretnego i nie zamknie nas w pace.
Can't trust a soul. I know everything I need to know. The stranger knew about the warships.
O, kolejna apteczka.
It's empty.
Niestety pusta.
Never been sick a day in my life.
The radio room's been trashed.
Warships surrounding us.
O co chodzi temu kapitanowi, że gada sam do siebie?
But my better judgment says no.
No dobra, nie
But
możemy
my
z nim
better judgment
pogadać.
says no.
7 sailors dead already.
It looks like something was torn away. The captain must have hidden it somewhere.
Full speed, Unger! Stranger's like a ghost, here and not here. Can't.
Nothing useful about it.
And they thought they could fool me.
Czy coś tutaj jeszcze znajdziemy? Może jest... Przez Google ryzyka sobie obejrzyjmy tą
German
lokację.
warfare. German warships.
With communications out, there's no way to get weather warnings or to call for help. Strange. Why is that dangerous? Interesting. This new mazer shows the risk of people, too. And the captain is a risk. He doesn't seem to be in possession of all his faculties.
Czyżby kapitan też zaraził się chorobą
They'll
wściekłych
find us out.
osób?
Nowhere's safe.
But my better judgment says no.
Naktus.
The captain's awfully concerned about that thing. Darwin, what is that?
The nautical term is binnacle. It holds the ship's compass.
I see a little glass bottle and metal jars set to trap anyone reaching inside. Now, if I hold the jars, reverse the pin inside and move the spring here, I've reversed the trigger for the booby trap. Let's hope this works.
My head's burning. They'll not take the ship if I've a say. Son of a... Spies! So everyone is worse than I thought. I'll lock them all up. The entire crew. They know our next move. Traitorous one, if I have to. It's hidden well.
No dobra, udało nam się zdobyć rękawicę kapitana z krwią. Zanieśmy ją, pani doktor.
Too slow. Why are we going this slow?
I got a blood sample.
Yes, I see. Well done. I'll talk to the first mate. Excuse me.
Okej, nic się nie wydarzyło. Wejdźmy jeszcze raz na mostek.
That stranger warned me. Eyes,
Nothing useful about it.
mutiny, punished by...
There's a new course plotted every hour.
Don't let her near it, is all I have to...
There's no way I can repair the radio.
I can hear that claptrap bird, too. No, nothing.
But my better judgment says no. Less than a quarter of a tank.
Straits are a minefield.
And I thought the storm at home was scary. It looks like something was torn away. The captain must have hidden it somewhere.
I nic tu więcej nie znajdziemy. Spróbujmy przeszukać pakę.
There's nothing inside I can use.
No dobra, nic tu chyba się nie znajduje. Przynajmniej ja nic nie znalazłem. Wyjdźmy sobie stąd. Chodźmy jeszcze raz do ładowni. Mam wrażenie, że coś tam przeoczyłem. Spróbujmy jeszcze raz zagadać do pasterza. Jak on wygląda w tej masce jak Hannibal Lecter. Okej, nie ma nic. Okej, mamy tutaj coś zakopanego. Sprawdźmy to.
There's something hidden in the hay. It's a book. A logbook.
No dobra, znaleźliśmy dziennik pokładowy. Zanieśmy go do pani doktor. Mam nadzieję, że to wystarczy, aby stwierdziła, że kapitan nie nadaje się do służby. I zobaczymy, co się stanie.
Evidence that the captain went mad.
Thank you. This is important.
Unger, listen to me. You and that fool doctor are traitors. You're dead. Do you hear me? Dead. Even if you survive the German attack, you'll both hang for this. Unger!
I've got to change course for Singapore right away. Oh!
Congratulations, Anna. You're a genuine talent. All you have to do now is turn the ship and you're home free. Are you sure you want to do that, Anna?
No dobra, Max. Porozmawiajmy z nim.
Why wouldn't I be sure?
Many lives depend on the decision you make.
Full speed! North by northeast!
You haven't done your homework.
How can you stand by and watch people die?
Over the next 2 years, more than 50 million people are going to die from the Spanish flu pandemic. And this ship is infested with it.
Did you infect them?
I understand. You're still upset about the theater. Upset enough to think me capable of such an act.
Will sinking this ship stop the flu?
It will stop it in Singapore in this winter during this war. That's already a great accomplishment.
Can we bring back a cure from the future?
The 1918 strain has no vaccine.
We're scientists! We have a lab!
We'd need 1,000 years and 1,000 lives to rid the world of every risk.
How do you know, Father?
Your risk atlas is a toy next to mine. I could see it all. deep into the past and far into the future. It's a tremendous responsibility and perhaps a terrible, terrible burden. Very special people can live with this.
What was that?
Let's call it another lesson in saving lives using the Risk Atlas.
Saving lives.
Choosing who lives and who dies is not so simple as you suppose, my child. Sometimes, to save thousands of lives, one must sacrifice a small few.
Is that smoke? You sabotaged this ship?
This is a plague ship. If it reaches port in Singapore, 43,218 people will die who otherwise wouldn't. That's 43,218 lives in a single turn of a wheel. So you see, I have... You have the moral responsibility to stop it.
You're really scaring me now, Father. Can't we just go back home and stop all this nonsense about the Risk Atlas?
There is no hope for the likes of us, Anna.
Is this really happening?
You're finally starting to understand the implications, child.
Why is the future our responsibility? Thomas told me about Edgar. The power of the Risk Atlas changed him. I'm worried the same thing is happening to you.
You've been talking to Thomas somehow, but you don't understand. I'm afraid Thomas never recovered from the loss of his daughter. He's no longer in possession of his proper faculties. His own son had to send him away.
That can't be true.
I'm sorry, Anna, but it's time you knew the family secrets. He's quite hopeless. Like this ship.
But what about the people who aren't sick?
You will get sick trying to rescue them.
What about all those donkeys?
Anna, you're stalling now.
The doctor. Can we at least take her?
She's sick too. In 3 days.
There must be another way.
There is no other way for us. That is what I'm trying to teach you. I know this is hard for you, Anna, but I assure you, it's too late for heroics. Save yourself.
Darwin, remind me to get one of those. This is tragic, but there's nothing I can do. I need to find a mirror.
Abandoned ship! Miss, you first.
No, take the sick.
Czyli nie możemy zawrócić statku, ponieważ umrze ileś tam tysięcy osób. Postarajmy się stąd jakoś wydostać.
Warships! I told you!
Captain, this way!
I go down with my ship!
Anna, did someone see Anna? Anna!
Darwin, I need to talk to Thomas right now.
No, don't touch that. It took weeks to... Leave me alone.
Thomas?
Anna, I'm here.
My father sank a ship with everyone on board. I'm afraid the Risk Atlas drove him mad, just like Edgar.
Don't despair, Anna. Perhaps it's not too late to save your father. I think I've worked out a way to travel back to your time, but you will need to make a new mesa for Darwin using Tantalite.
Where do I find Tantalite?
Why at the Queen's Castle, the King's Bishop 8. Quickly, before the storm passes. We have to use its energy with the crystals.
How can Darwin bring you here? Aren't you trapped in the future? In an asylum?
Tantalite crystals have extraordinary properties. In their pure form, I couldn't control their power. That's why I hid them from Edgar. But Darwin's topaz crystal will limit the danger.
How do I make a mesa?
Remove Darwin's mesa and break it.
Huh?
Make him a better one. Mix Darwin's topaz crystals with tantalite. Then put this mixture in a new mesa tube and plug it back in him. This should amplify his power by a factor of several hundred without emitting harmful levels of gamma radiation.
Okay, I'll make a new mesa for Darwin.
And I shall prepare for travel.
Meet back here. Can Darwin take that kind of power?
It is a risk.
How big a risk?
You would need Edgar's atlas to say for certain, but not all risks are to be avoided, Anna. Some risks need to be taken. If you want me there. Your father, this is one risk you'll have to take.
Did you get all that?
Remove Darwin's mazer. Mix crystals with tantalite. Insert new mazer.
Let's go down to the workshop.
No dobra, moi kochani, porozmawialiśmy sobie z Thomasem, dowiedzieliśmy się, że musimy zrobić nowe Google ryzyka dla Darwina. Ale to zrobimy już w następnym odcinku, tak więc trzymajcie się, piona!